Hey YouTube family, welcome back at Inner Beauty TV. This video, I'll share with you how to make the most out of every single minute and moment of your life. Have you ever experienced that you had to wait somewhere or you had to do something and it turned out to be a waste of time? How do you feel when you have to wait in line somewhere? When your train gets delayed, when your flight gets cancelled, when your appointment doesn't show up? What happens? What then happens to you? If you're anything like me in the past, I would be so impatient and I would freak out. Because I was busy and my time was valuable and blah 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 blah. I wouldn't necessarily express it to the other person because Libra, you know, they're not confrontation seekers, so they deal with all that stuff within themselves. But I definitely was irritated when I had to wait, or traffic jams, perfect example. How do you feel? And what can you do? Because I've really learned, what can you do to really make the most out of every moment in your life and never having to wait ever again? It's very simple. You have to practice. You have to practice. If you have a meditation or a yoga practice, that is awesome. But it doesn't mean shit if you don't take it out into your daily life. This is what I think many yoga teachers say, but this is what it means to, if you are in a traffic jam, to practice patience, to practice peacefulness, to practice understanding. So if you do this, basically it's not just the meditation you do in the morning or the yoga practice you do for those 20 minutes or that hour in the morning. No, your life becomes a meditation. Your life becomes a practice. And when you do that, and you can only do that if you're fully present, 100% present, life becomes awesome and you never have to wait ever again. Honestly, I don't have to wait on things in my life. If things happen, if things go wrong in my life, I always make this switch into, okay, I have to wait maybe 1 hour, maybe 5 minutes, or maybe three days for this something to happen. It means I have extra time to do something else. So I see it as a gift. I see it as time being gifted to me. So I want to make this real practical for you. How can you do this? How can you apply this? How can you start practicing this? Well, first, it all starts with presence. Presence, capital P. You have to be and become fully present. Because what do most people do when they have to wait somewhere? And I still do that too sometimes. You get your phone. When I do that, I do it because I will work. I don't do it to kill time and scroll Instagram. Because how is that going to make you feel better? It very rarely does. Sometimes I watch these hilarious memes. Okay, and I laugh a lot and it makes me feel better. But usually it doesn't. That's another topic for another video. About the effects of social media on our health, our happiness, and our energy fields. Let me know if you want a video about that. So many people grab out their phone to basically transport themselves to another reality with their consciousness because they don't want to be where they are right now. So Eckhart Tolle, I think it's The Power of Now, he has this beautiful quote that stuck with me because I really need to hear that at that time. Stress is caused by wanting to be there but being here. And this is so true. What you're doing in the moment you grab out your phone, you're expressing that you don't want to be here in the moment, right here, right now, and so you choose to export to go elsewhere with your consciousness. So what I need you to do to really make the most out of everything in your life, number one is get present. Get really present in the present moment, and from there there's two things you can do. Either you practice mindfulness, which is smelling the smells that you can smell, feeling the warmth or the cold or whatever it is that you can feel, and practicing non-judgment towards everything that you can feel. So you can, instead of say, oh, it's cold in here and I'm like, ooh, you could try to be non-judgmental about that and just feel a sensation of cold without the attachment of cold being nice or not nice, enjoyable or not enjoyable. There's cold, there's this, there's that. So you can practice mindfulness, being aware of all the colors you can see, the shapes you can see, the sounds you can hear, the people that you see around you. Being super, super, super mindful. It's a perfect mindfulness practice. Of course, this is easier in a place like this than in a busy airport with 10,000 flights delayed and everybody screaming and stressed out and running around. But that's why the practice is so good, because if you can manage to hold your peace there, you can manage everything in your life. You can take on everything. You really can. That's why it's such a good practice to practice it in an uncomfortable surrounding. Number 2, what you can do, instead of practicing mindfulness, you're present in the moment, and then you practice whatever you can practice based on what you're feeling inside, based on the trigger that you are feeling. Let's say your flight is delayed and you're feeling frustration and impatience, and you're feeling frustrated because you can't get to this business meeting or anything. This is your moment to practice understanding and peace and compassion in this very moment for yourself, but also for all the people around you, for all the people that are with you on this delayed flight, and for all the people that are working in the airport. Small example, I recently had a flight that was going to take me 1 hour, and it cost me I think maybe 26 hours, and I ended up in Barcelona in the middle of the night in a hotel room for 2 hours to get back. My luggage was lost, everything was a big fucking mess. I know when something like that happens, and when Murphy's Law hits, where basically a tiny thing goes wrong, and then after that everything goes wrong, I know I'm being tested by the universe. I know this is my chance to practice and cultivate peace, patience, acceptance, gratitude, and all that. Understanding, compassion, and so I do. Not knowing, of course, how long this is going to take, because first the story is the plane is going to be there in 50 minutes, no, in 2 hours, no, in 3 hours, no, other plane, okay, you're going to get on the second plane in the evening, sorry, we lost your luggage, not going to happen. You have to incasseren, you have to be able to deal with that every single time. And honestly, I was peaceful throughout the whole thing. And what I do is I started to practice mostly compassion for the people on the airport around me, especially for the people working in the airlines, for the people behind the balies, because I see so many people, everybody's delayed, right? People get cranky, of course, I understand, but what do? They go up to this person that is working there, and they're gonna express their crankiness and their anger and their frustration. They're gonna yell at this person. But understand, of course, it is A, not this person's fault, B, they're really doing what they can. Sometimes they're not the most brightest, but still they are doing the best they can in that moment. And 3, most important to understand is that this person has to deal with that frustration that you are expressing all the time. If you choose to express that anger, that frustration towards them, you are playing out a lower vibrational program that we share as a collective, and understand that to them, they are just seeing you play out this program over and over and over, like a police officer that is writing boetes, who is writing these out, who is constantly fines. A police officer is writing fines. They will see all kinds of people trying to, not get the fine. They were like, oh no, but it was just, oh sorry, I didn't know, blah, blah. You're gonna play out this lower vibrational energy pattern that is not even yours in the first place. It is a collective energetic pattern, but it's of a lower vibration. So they see that all the time. In that moment, you have the choice to either play out that part, because that part of you, which is a smaller self of you, thinks it's maybe gonna get away with it, or you choose the high road and you choose to live in alignment with your soul in that moment, and your soul will guide you to be peaceful and to be accepting and to be understanding. So by practicing this, you are not only freeing yourself from those limiting, energetic, lower vibrational energetic patterns, you're also developing a closer connection to your soul. And life becomes so much easier. And what I really believe is when you've learned a lesson, there's no need for the universe to present it to you twice or 3 times. Maybe you'll get it again just to see if you got it. And if you got it, bingo, you're free from that experience. So far, this is how things are in my life. And what I truly believe is how it works. So you have the choice. You're going to play out the lower vibrational pattern, and then you're going to have to deal with the same thing over and over and over again. Or you choose to integrate the lesson, to practice absolutely patience, cultivation, understanding, love for this police officer who is just doing his job, even though you may disagree with his job. And by doing that, you are learning the lesson and you don't need to learn it again. Maybe you get tested again to see if you've learned it, like I got tested in this airport, see if I can keep my peace. I could. I think it's not going to happen in this specific way anymore. Or I'm just going to have a great time. And I did have a great time because I was practicing compassion and understanding for all these people that are working there. And of course, it's like a 24 hours of practice. But because I do that, there's people in line, passengers behind me, and they're like, oh, I can't believe this. Oh, it's taking so long to do that. And I just smile at them and say, well, I like to believe that there's a reason for everything. And they're like, oh, I can't believe it. Oh, there's a reason. But because I don't tell them how they should feel, I just keep everything to myself. I somehow come across as friendly and we develop a connection. And then what happens? They soften. And as they soften, we start to have fun. And I think I actually made a friend right there. And we ended up sharing a hotel room in Barcelona for 2 hours. We had to go out, but we had so much fun, you know? And it's just practicing everything that you are practicing on your yoga mat or in your meditation pillow or in the sessions that you do with people. Bring that out into the world, and that's when you live, truly live every moment, because we can only truly live if we are conscious, if we're present, and otherwise we're just running old programs. That's not living, guys, and you know it. It feels like shit, let's be real. So in order to truly live and make the most out of everything, be present, practice understanding, love, compassion, patience. Everything that you can practice in that moment is going to enrich your life, your experience, and it's going to enrich the lives and experience of all the people around you. How amazing is that? One more bonus tip I'd love to share. One thing I do in airports, being highly sensitive, it is not very easy for me naturally to be in those surroundings, yeah, with lots of radiation, lots of people, everybody's not really present. They just wanted to get from A to B as fast as possible. A lot of disconnection from the heart. It's being energetically sensitive, being an empath, it's not the most easiest place to be. So I have to practice in order to stay connected myself as well, to keep my vertical connection and my connection to source and my heart up. What I do is I pray. I walk around in prayer. And when I do that, I don't get affected by any of the stuff around me. So I walk around in prayer, just blessing, 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 blessing everyone around me. Just praying for their health, praying for their families, praying for their happiness, their health, their jobs, their homes, praying they find love, praying they get a promotion if that is what they desire. I'm just praying, praying, praying silently for each and every one around me. And as a result, I'm free from energy leaks. So I'm not leaking energy, because we leak energy all the time. We have energy leaks and it sucks. You know, you gotta learn, especially when you do energy work, to keep your energy and your aura solid and not have energy leaks and all that. This is what helps a lot for me. And the negativity just doesn't get to me. I might make a separate video on that. Other than that, it's a bonus tip in this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please bring everything from the yoga mat or in your meditation pillow or your practice into your daily life. Please enrich your life. the lives of other people around you. Please learn your lessons so you don't have to learn them, experience them 2, 3, or a gazillion times. Please be present. Live life. Be present in the moment as much as you can be. That's really all there is to it. I want to thank you for being part of my journey, for being part of this channel. I know some of you follow me on Instagram as well, and thank you so much for the love that you shower me with there as well. And I am so grateful for this journey and to share my life with you, and yeah, my insights with you, hoping that they help you, and in turn I'm learning so much from this as well. Giving truly is receiving. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and see you next time.